I have a car, two kids, and a wife. I'll probably be here for the rest of my life. I'm living on the island. When summer comes and winter falls, the island ladies go to shopping malls. Take daddy's credit card, charge it all. They're living on an island. Oh, we're living on Long Island. Oh, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm just basking in the sun.
Hey, Andy, give me a vodka. Is that your Camaro? It's gorgeous.
You know, I went to high school with Billy Joel.
Wow.
I go to Hamptons on Friday night. I party hard till sunshine bright. Then I'm sitting in traffic on Sunday night. I'm living on an island. Yeah, living on Long Island. Oh, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm not hurting anyone. Ah, let's live.
Hey there, Islanders. If you're going out to the beach, you better get an early start. Traffic is miserable.
Well, I'm coming of age, you know, best page, trying to get down in Levittown, dancing in the dark in Floral Park. I think I'll stay in Oyster Bay 'cause I'm living on an island. Yeah, living on Long Island.
Hey, hello, how you doing?
Hey, everybody out there.
Hey, welcome to the Gagootz Show. I'm Benny Rizzuti.
And I'm Jen Snortland, and we're so happy to see you guys today.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It always feels like forever.
Yes.
And we have Mother's Day coming up soon.
Yes, Mother's Day this weekend.
Yeah, are you doing anything
This Sunday.
with
Yes, I'm taking Nancy out to dinner.
where?
And
I won't show up.
I don't even know. It's in Bayshore. You won't show
I
up.
won't show up, don't worry. It's in
It's
Bayshore.
in Bayshore, a different restaurant.
Like somewhere on the water.
Possibly.
That's always
a
nice. It's always
possibility,
a good.
yes.
That's like a Mother's Day
Because-
vibe, right? Like on
Yeah,
the water,
yeah.
mimosas.
On the water. And Bayshore is a great place for dining.
It is.
It is.
It is,
A lot
it
of
is.
great restaurants.
They do. They have Bayshore's. They're definitely revitalizing the town as well. If I could speak, we're not doing much for Mother's Day. I think I'm actually gonna go to Home Depot and do some planting.
Really?
Yeah, I just
Oh.
had my lawn leveled and it's
Right there.
full of dirt.
Oh, I got a ding. I thought it was
Someone calling
Nancy.
you?
I
You
thought it
wanna
was
pick it up?
Nancy telling me what restaurant we were going to.
Everyone, excuse Benny. He's got something more important to attend to. His phone rang. Could be anybody but me.
No.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, Mother's Day is coming up, and
Yeah, so you're going to plant a nice weekend.
yeah, I just want to do
Yeah,
that
you're
with
not
my
doing
daughter.
it?
Well,
Yeah.
on Saturday we're going to Bomba Claudi's play.
Oh, all
Me and
right,
Claire are
great.
gonna go there in Queens, and then Friday I have that Master Grill comedy show, Greg's comedy show.
Yeah.
Greg Critico's at Master
Greg
Grill in
Critico show.
Massapequa. Call Master Grill in Massapequa. Get tickets. It's on Friday. You're coming, right?
Yeah, maybe.
You're not coming. You never come. You do come sometimes. But yeah, everyone should go because
I get tired. I'm old. I get
well,
tired.
I just don't understand how it works because they're going to be cutting. It's a rodizio, so they bring out the meat. So I'm going to be giving jokes, and there's going to be meat.
Brazilian meat, too. Brazil, right? Is it Brazilian?
I think like meat's meat,
No.
but it's a rodizio. I think it's.
I don't know what that
Portuguese.
means.
It means that come out with meat, and you have like the stop or the go, and the go means you want the more meat, and the stop means I'm good.
Is that why when you did the poster for the Gagootz Show, you put fresh meat?
No,
You
I did
put
that.
fresh meat because
No, we have
Our-
up and coming comedians. There are
Yes.
fresh meat.
okay.
That's why I put that up there, and they're so talented.
I know. And who are they?
Courtney Otero,
Yes,
Dan
I know.
LaRocco, and
I never met Dan until backstage.
oh really?
I never met him before.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
sorry. I would have
Courtney, I met.
kept him from you. I didn't know that. I thought you already knew him. Courtney is
No,
just,
I don't know.
I saw her first like 2 years ago. We actually did a show together at this like crazy weird club 121 in Amityville.
Yeah, I have to sit back.
And no problem. She was actually very good. I think she was fresh out of comedy school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was. And she actually held her own on a set. It was great. That was the same night I met Allison Persky. So it was like a magical night for me. But Courtney now is just so inundated in the scene, in the New York scene. She's going to come on and tell us all about it.
Oh, yeah.
And Dan LaRocco is here.
I hear his name a lot, and I see him on Facebook.
You know what? He's a handsome man. He's a,
Oh, he's a handsome man.
He's like LL Cool Dan.
And we actually have clips from both of them.
We do because they are such professionals.
But
even though
the
they're
Courtney
just
clip is not a stand-up clip. So
well, because we're gonna get into
she's
it.
gonna have to explain that.
She's
to
a
us.
talent powerhouse. It's not just stand-up. There's acting. I think there might be some singing. There's radio. There's a little bit of everything. I think she
Yeah,
even
we're
did a
going to talk
play with
about where
John
she
Glenn.
goes to college. Where
Did I make that up?
we're going to talk about
All
because
right.
she's still in college, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
she's young.
Yes.
Impressionable. Should keep her away from you.
Yeah, Nancy sent me.
Where are you guys going?
I don't know. I'll let you know. I have to. She couldn't just write the name and make it easy for me.
Oh.
Linwood Restaurant.
Oh, I see
the
the time.
Linwood.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna go. But
I'll say,
that looks lovely.
I'm gonna give them a picture of you.
Yeah, don't let her in.
Don't let this woman in.
Oh yeah. She'll
yeah.
buy all your food.
So the Linwood. Thank you, Nancy. Thanks,
Thanks,
hon.
Nancy. I hope you
Yeah,
have a
she's
lovely
one.
time, and I hope all of our mothers have a great time.
Yes. Me too.
Because motherhood is not easy, and we get that one day. Also, it's Nurses Week.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Nurses Appreciation Week. We have, and at the same time, Teachers Appreciation Week. They just cram it all together, which is nice.
And the Long Island Ducks had their home opener recently.
Tell me more. You were there, right?
I was there. It was a great game Saturday night. They have some veterans from Major League veterans. They have Daniel Murphy. All you Met fans love Daniel Murphy. You don't remember? Are you a Met fan?
I'm not like a sports person.
Okay.
Unless it's like hockey or lacrosse.
Daniel Murphy. He was there, and Lou Ford. And Lou Ford played for Baltimore Orioles, and he played for the Minnesota Twins. And he was a good player. It was a great game, and then the fireworks are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, the fireworks is. I go for the hot dogs and the fireworks. But
the food lines were crazy. They're
really?
insane. Yeah.
Every time I've been there, it's always been very sparse. But I go towards the end of the season.
Oh, okay.
I go once a year.
Oh, all right.
For the hot dogs. You got to have baseball and hot dogs and summer. And all those together. And who wants to drive to like Queens or like all the way out to like
to the Bronx? Yeah.
And then parking's a mess, and then yada yada.
Yeah, free parking for the Ducks too.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe we could get them to be a sponsor.
Maybe we should.
We have a sponsor.
We do.
We do. It was at the end of the.
Tell them more, Benny.
It was at the end of the trailer, and maybe later on we'll show a picture. But Christy Miller has a new album out, comedy album.
Oh.
And
she used to work with Dice Clay, right?
Yes, she still does.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she recently over the winter, she did shows with him. Believe it was in Vegas. Here it is, Brutally Yours.
Oh, wow.
Brutally Yours, Christy Miller.
Very nice.
And she's our big sponsor.
That's fantastic. That's great.
And she's coming on the show in June.
Wow, what a summer. So that's amazing. We're looking forward, and we'll talk more about that.
Yes.
But she's an official sponsor, and if anyone's looking for sponsorship opportunities, please reach out to Benny.
Yes, reach out to me or Jen.
You could reach out to me.
Reach out to Jen.
Why not? Reach out to anybody.
I'll probably charge you less than Jen will.
That's true. I know what we're worth.
Yeah. Because this is a show. This is not a podcast.
It's not a podcast. Forget about it.
Paradise Studios are shows.
It's a real show.
Look, we have sets here.
There's a unicorn right here. Got yourself a lunchbox. Everything you need. And there it goes. So you want to introduce, we'll show a clip. Listen, who's our next guest?
Our first guest is Courtney Atara. And we're going to show a clip of Courtney, followed by a little public service announcement by Bob Hope.
What?
Yes.
Wow, that's a surprise.
Bob Hope came from the dead just to be on the Gagootz show.
Excellent.
Is
Bobby,
that not cool?
Roll us up to Courtney, please.
Fuck. You know, when I first met Ralph, forget about it, I was smoking hot. I was making $100K a year as a junior trader on Wall Street. And I was dating a fucking art dealer who was a hell of a man and wanted to marry me. And what did I do? I saw Ralph speak at a meeting. I mean, the guy was wearing acid wash jeans and white sneakers. They were like ponies or some shit, for Christ's sake. But still, he charmed me. He listened to me. He begged me. And I threw my life away because I thought I met my soulmate. But the truth is, There's no such thing.
Veronica.
I let Ralph beat me down emotionally and psychologically with his scamming and his philandering, and I took care of the physical part by myself by shacking up with Ben and Jerry's and cable TV. And now who the hell's gonna want me? I've regressed. And even you won't fuck me.
That's bullshit.
I'm proud to live in this great free country, and I'm proud of our commitment to free speech, and I'm proud of our country's commitment to protecting the rights of its citizens to work and live free from bigotry and violence. That's why I was amazed to discover that many people die each year in anti-gay attacks, and thousands more are left scarred emotionally and physically. Bigotry has no place in this great nation, and violence has no place in this world, but it happens. Prejudice hurts, kills. Please don't be a part of it.
Wow. I'm blown away by both Courtney's amazing acting and also that random PSA. It's not even June yet.
All right, no, we'll talk about the PSA first. Let's talk.
We're just gonna let that one
Listen,
go.
Courtney and Tara. All right.
Courtney and Tara, our beautiful, beautiful guest.
Yes.
So talented. You guys just got to see a little taste of her acting.
What was that?
So that was. Am I allowed to curse on here, or should I abbreviate
we try to keep it clean, but like you can spice up your language.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
you
So
know.
the play that monologue was from was called "The Mother with the Hat."
The mother effer. The mother effer.
Oh, yeah.
Title.
So it's called "The Motherfucker with the Hat."
She cursed. Write it down. She's so
and
cute, right?
Let's bring out the swear spittoon. We have a
Yes.
swear spittoon instead of a jar.
with that character, I was wasted in that scene because my character was a recovered addict who then relapses, and I actually really connected to her because
You're an alcoholic.
no, not yet.
Not
But
yet.
she actually cured her alcoholism with herbs and veganism, which I kind of related to. I was never an addict, but
You could turn
I'm a
anything into a
vegan,
drug.
and I cure everything holistically. So I immediately understood her mindset with that. But it was definitely a tough role, especially because she was super angry in that scene, and it's hard for me to get there. Even if I raise my voice, I still sound nice.
It showed some really good range, I think.
Yes.
And you said you were wasted in that scene. Wasted, like you actually got drunk for it?
No, I was
Oh.
underage, in that scene too. I just turned 21, but I was playing a drunk lady.
I thought you
Yeah.
really
Oh.
Stanislavski
Oh,
methoded
no.
it. You were like, I actually got drunk because I needed to feel the drunk.
Oh, yeah.
To be the drunk.
I mean,
you
maybe
know?
I did. No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
I'd be terrified to be on stage.
Now, where
wasted.
was that stage?
So that was at the Five Towns College Performing Arts Center. We have two theaters. We have the main stage and the studio theater. So this one was in the studio theater, which is it's a smaller space, but it's more intimate with the audience, which I like. So yeah, and all of it takes place in two different rooms. So, we just kind of switch up the set in between scenes.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
wow.
Now, you were a student of Five Towns College.
Yeah, I graduate next year.
Oh, next year.
Yeah.
Great. Good for you.
Yeah,
So
the
make
real
sure
world.
you send Courtney all the gifts.
My son happens to be a Five Towns alum.
Oh yeah, wait, I feel like we talked about this.
Yes.
Film, right?
Yeah, for film and television.
Oh, also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
a lot of comedians actually have connections to Five Towns. It's a
Yeah,
big
John
college.
Glenn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him there all the time.
Yeah, John Blum was a professor there.
Yeah, it's actually funny because I met John at a comedy show and I saw his tag with the Five Towns thing on it. And I was like, wait, have you been there? He's like, I worked there. And now I just see him all the time.
Isn't that great? Like it is
Great
such a
guy.
small
John-
world.
It
John Blend
literally
is a big
is,
shout out
yeah.
to John and Joni Blend,
Yes.
his wife Joan.
They're wonderful.
They're
great
photographers. They also run the that Long Island paper that comes out every now and then. I
they
pick
still-
it up at the library. His
Oh,
wife is still involved
yeah.
in it.
Oh, yeah?
And it's like a staple of my life because it has like the events that are coming up and things like that. And like that's the type of townie I am, where I'm like, ooh, like what concerts are playing locally? I don't go, but I like
Oh.
to pretend I will.
Okay, and now you're performing stand-up now.
Mhm.
And
How long have you
You're-
been doing it?
Now it's been a year and a half. So I'm still newish, but
So when I saw you, you were
yeah.
like fresh.
yes, I met you. I think that was like my third show ever, or maybe my second.
Wow.
So yeah, I met a lot of people that day. I met you, Allison Persky,
So
Joe
sweet.
Cravella, so
Love Joe.
all the OGs. Like I just met them all.
And then
like,
I met you I was
I
doing
think
the
Governors.
at
right?
Governor's the Green Room
Yeah.
show with Dawn and Tony.
Yeah. Oh my
And
god, that's so
we
fun.
brought her in and we had fun.
I'm so worried for you. I'm so glad they were nice to you.
Oh,
Yeah,
come
no,
on. We're
everyone's so
nice
sweet.
guys.
Yeah, they are very nice guys.
We're nice. We teased her because we would mention names of people like Don Rickles.
Oh my god, yeah. They like quiz me on older
Aw.
celebrities that I don't know.
But then Don Rickles, you know. Where do you know Don Rickles from? Do you remember?
TV.
From
Toy Story.
Oh my god, I used
Mr.
to be scared
Potato
of that
Head.
movie. When I was a kid, like there was a scene and there was a doll head with like spider legs.
Yeah, and
And
Six-Pack
I
Gary.
cried and I never watched that movie again.
Wow.
And now you're in the comedy world? Are you nuts? I cry often in this world, and that scared you? You must have gained a lot of tough skin now to be in this industry.
Honestly, yeah.
In fact, you're interning in New York City now in the comedy industry, right?
So I intern
Where?
it's at Manhattan Comedy School, which is affiliated with Gotham Comedy Club. So I help out at seminars in the city, teaching students about comedy. So it's nice because I do like also get to like be in the class and learn a lot. And it's so fun because I meet a lot of younger comedians there too. And I found out there are actually other girls around my age who do stand up, which I never see on Long Island.
And what is your age?
I just turned 21.
I
My
met,
G.
yes.
Everyone leave her alone.
When I first met you, you were 19, right?
I was, yeah. I
Yeah.
started when I was 19. So I think I met both of you like right when I started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were really good. You had a really
Thank
strong set.
you.
I'm sorry that location's a little that we were at, but it's
no,
cool.
it was funny. It's like we always, me and Dan always talk about it. It's a hilarious.
We won't say where, but it
experience.
was cool. But you had a really nice solid set. You came with a
Thank
friend,
you.
so you knew the bringer game was on.
Yeah.
Which
I brought a lot of people to that show too because
yeah.
the producer really hyped it up, and I thought it was this big fancy place. So I brought like 12
Every
people.
producer will hype up every show. They'll be like, "It's in the back of the
Yeah.
McDonald's, and they have all these great parking spots." And you're
Yeah,
like,
it's not your usual McDonald's.
"No, this is a
Yeah.
good
It
one."
used to be a bank.
It used to be like a private like
Yeah.
speakeasy.
Sammy Davis Jr. gave a blowjob right there, and you're like, "Oh, okay."
Come on, don't put that Sammy Davis like that.
What's wrong with giving? You just did a gay PSA, and now you're upset. You can't have it both
All right,
ways,
listen,
Betty.
yeah, I'll explain that,
Oh,
gay
yeah.
PSA.
I would
It
love
was
to know.
very
Okay.
inspiring.
That's a Jen move.
You thought it was, you liked it. It was
Yeah.
I thought it was
Okay.
good. It just was a little random.
Bob Hope is, all right, I know. I was like, where do I place this? I couldn't place it after Dan, when Dan's video, so I thought I could.
And why couldn't you place it after Dan's
right.
video?
Well, you know what? We're going to, let's bring Dan's video on,
Okay.
and then Dan will come on. Courtney will step off the stage for a few minutes,
Sounds good.
and then we'll talk about the PSA.
Oh, I look forward to it.
Me too. I cannot wait.
And I just want to say Bob Hope is my favorite all time.
Absolutely. Bob
All
Hope's
time.
great.
Favorite
Good one.
comedian.
He's iconic.
Yeah. He's iconic. She knows
I know who he is.
Do you ever see
Yeah.
any of his movies or anything?
I think.
You know who Bing Crosby is?
Bill Cosby.
Bing Crosby.
Bing.
No.
Go to the Bobby. Go to the video, please. Let's see Dan.
Yeah, let's put on the video.
Dan LaRocco's video, please.
Take it away, Bobby.
I'm riding some embarrassment, guys. I had a weird couple days. I'm dating this girl right now. She's a twin. A couple days ago, I said her twin's name while we were having sex. Tough to bounce back from that, you know? I almost got away with it, though, because both their names actually start with S, right? So her name is Sarah, but her twin's name is Steve. You see the issue, you know? That girl, she's in college right now. She's complaining to me. She's still doing like Zoom school, remote learning, all that stuff. To be honest, though, I think students nowadays have education a little bit easier because when I was younger, I actually had a teacher that tried to have sex with me. Yeah, which was probably the weirdest part about being homeschooled. I remember I told one of my coworkers that joke. She was like, "You were homeschooled?" I'm like, "That is not the weirdest thing I ever said to you." If you were listening, you guys ever get homeschooled, kid? No, yeah, we're weirdos. You know, we're very strange. Very strange people, man. There's a lot of stereotypes about us. You guys have heard them at the very least. You know, they're all true, right? You know, we're antisocial. We can't make eye contact. We have huge dicks. You've heard. A lot of family time growing up, though. You know, whole lot of family time. We do some weird shit. We used to watch Game of Thrones together as a family. You guys seen Game of Thrones? Woo, tough show, man. If you haven't seen Game of Thrones, I would start with something a little bit easier to watch, like hardcore porn. You know, like work your way up to Game of Thrones, right? You know, I'm with my family as long as a fucking brother and sister going at it. That's a nightmare. You know, you don't want to be on that couch. You know, we watch it every Sunday. We gather around, you know, for family porn night.
Dan LaRocco's with us.
Dan, hey,
Thank
nice
you.
to finally meet you.
Yes,
Yes.
thanks for having me. This is
So,
great.
Dan, how long have you been in comedy for?
Like 4.5 years.
4.5 years. Where did you start?
Governors. They pumped me out of the class. You kidding?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was pre-COVID.
Yeah, 2019, and then August is when we graduated. Went around, did a couple of shows here and
I
there.
think I did the class right after you.
Did you?
I think so.
When did it start?
I don't remember.
Doesn't
So-
matter.
It was at the brokerage?
No. Did you do Peter and Rich's class?
Yeah.
I did Truson's.
So I think we did it at the same time.
Maybe.
Simultaneously.
Yeah.
But different.
But different.
But different.
Separate but equal.
Mhm.
No.
Mhm.
Does,
I've got my own
Drusen
show. You're on the show.
Yeah, I am a
No, I'm just
guest. I know
kidding.
my place. Yeah, I know.
I'm just
Does
kidding. Very
Drusen still do the
Yeah.
class?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
It was good.
Oh.
I liked it, man.
Oh, yeah,
I-
no.
It gets you into, you know, it's like, how do you
gets-
teach funny? It's weird. Everyone always asks me that. Like, how do you learn how to, I didn't.
It's also
Right.
kind of like college. It gives you that accolade where like the clubs will be like, well, at least they know not to be complete shit.
Yes.
Like-
yeah, there's a standard.
Yeah.
You're showing the standard right from the get-go, but it's like kind of, I don't know. It got my foot in the door,
Right.
you know, because it's like, I don't know. Everyone's got weird.
Because you
weird.
write your own material. Do you write?
Yeah, he
different?
was very like whatever you want to tell jokes about. He wasn't like trying to shape us into what like he thought we should tell, like, which I respected. But then he showed us like how to go about it, how to, you know, structure your set and everything.
Your set is so funny, and you do that joke that we just saw about twins and how you were dating someone who's a twin,
Yeah.
and you called them the wrong name,
Yep.
and it was really sad because
Yes.
that's her brother.
Yes.
Now you are a twin.
Oh, here we go. This is so funny. No, I'm not.
No, you aren't you? Because on your Facebook, there's
Here
a
we
picture
go.
of you with someone else, and I'm like, did he catch inspiration from his sister for this joke?
All right. So it was my sister's birthday last week.
Who's your twin?
We're not twins,
Okay.
but we look so similar. So that picture at the very end of the post, right? There was a picture side by side. Everyone always says like, oh, if you don't have a beard, you look just like your sister.
You guys did
And
look very much alike. I
so
believed it.
I took a selfie with the girl filter on Snapchat that turns you into a girl.
Mhm.
And she was just her normal, regular self. And we took a picture and we looked basically identical. So like everyone calls us twins. So I threw that. I got 7 messages of, holy shit, you're a twin. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, you're a twin. I had no idea. Blah, blah. And I was like, oh, this joke didn't land. I was just trying to like
'Cause
say, hey, it's a funny thing.
I saw the joke, and then I did, my little research on you. Although I've
Yes.
seen you perform before, I've seen
Thank
you do
you.
roasts, and you're always very successful. And I was like, oh, kind of gross. like, oh, little off color.
That joke, was that in there? That was in the
Yeah,
clip?
at the
It was?
beginning of this clip. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that was an annoying set.
What, the
It was
one
fun.
about the twins?
The twins.
Yeah, the twin brother, the name, yeah.
You just like send any clip. Like people are like, come on my show, and
I
Dan's
for-
just like, take this piece of shit.
Well, no,
don't
so
want
I
it."
had just done that show, that set, and it was a good set. And I had like some stuff, like I have a bunch of clips, but I was like, I want to send this one. It's like kind of newish, fresh.
Nice.
I thought of that joke while I was at work. And I remember I was like carrying a tray. I work in a restaurant, and I was carrying a tray. I don't know why I thought of that joke. And I was like, oh my God, I'm having a breakthrough right now. And I like wrote it down. I told like 2 of the busboys, and
I
they were
can-
like, that is funny.
I can tell you why, but it's gonna take a really long time for you to understand.
Okay.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
So on another note,
Mm.
you are so talented, and
you.
everybody who I know I've talked to you about older comedians, veteran comedians are like, look out for Dan LaRocco.
Oh,
He's going
Oh,
places.
that's nice.
Yeah,
That's
true
very
story,
sweet.
True story. And I'm always like, Dan LaRocco. I'm
here
just
I am.
kidding.
I'm places.
But
This is
Yeah,
places.
right.
This
He's
is
on the
places.
On
Gagootz.
Gagootz.
It doesn't get higher than this.
No,
guys.
it
Sorry.
doesn't.
But,
9 years running.
Yeah.
Show, 9 years.
Really?
Syndicated.
All right.
Yeah.
I started it when Jen was just a little baby. We used to have her in
A
a
wee
little
pup.
bassinet.
All right.
Yeah.
She was in a bassinet.
That was 9 years
They
ago.
feed me cocaine and have me run around.
That's good. That's a good show.
9 years ago, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. These
Right.
teeth,
She grew
not real.
fast.
Not real teeth.
Yeah, not real.
All right.
No.
Totally new teeth.
Yeah.
So, recently, you
She
know,
was
you
on a
had this.
tricycle. No, I'm
I don't know how
beat it to the ground.
I
right
do
to
not
the-
know how to ride a bike.
You can't ride a bike?
No, I totally can ride a
Oh,
bike.
okay, I was gonna say,
I was gonna
fine.
say like that's the most unbelievable part of that story is that I
Right.
can't ride a bike. The cocaine, totally believable.
Yeah,
but
I saw
can't ride a
that.
bike.
I said
Sure.
tricycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so recently you had this idea for a skit that you were thinking about, and you passed it along with some friends, and those
Yes.
friends said, "Dang, that a good idea." I'm assuming that's how your friends talk. I don't
Kind
know.
of.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
some of them. I stopped hanging out with those people.
So
though,
tell me
so-
about this short and when it's coming out.
Yeah, so I just filmed a sketch. It was really cool. I had this idea and I just started working on it. It was like 3 pages at first. I just wanted to do like a sketch short. I brought it to my friend, this guy Jordy Skolnick. He's a he's
Shout
a
out to
filmmaker.
Jordy.
Shout out Jordy, my man. Love you, brother. I think he's sick right now. Haven't talked in a while.
Feel better.
He could be dead. I don't entirely know.
Feel
I was-
better.
we had a falling out. I hate his guts. But Jordy, I was like, hey man, I got this idea for a sketch. I brought it to him. He was like, this is so funny. He's like, I think it should be longer. He's like, I think you should beef this up. Let's make it a short, not just a sketch. I was like, all right, cool. So the whole thing came out to like 9 pages. I've done some script writing and stuff. I like writing scripts. It's so much fun. And I like acting, so I got to act in it too. And the premise of it, it's a I don't want to give too much away. So it's like the morning after a one night stand. That's the whole idea. So it's like the
We've all
awkward.
been there.
We've all been there.
We've all
Yeah,
been there. Not me.
Right.
Not
Okay.
me, but everyone else.
I remember ours. We had that. That next morning.
You weren't supposed to say a fucking word.
My
about
bad.
it.
Hey, don't curse. Come on, this is the Gagootz
Yeah,
show.
what is,
You're right.
Come
You're right.
on.
I'm off of it today.
Yeah.
I'm out of it.
So
That's a joke.
yes.
what is the title of this?
So I got a couple. The one I'm leaning towards. So it's the morning after, whatever, and it's like we're not drunk anymore. So it's kind of awkward. Basically, it's like I wanted to like flip the whole like masculine feminine energy thing. So it's like basically I'm the guy and I'm just sitting there like I can't stop thinking about the fact that we even slept together, and I just keep bringing it up, and she's just like couldn't care less, just like dude, drop it. Oh my god! And I just keep bringing up these questions, and it keeps coming back to it. And it annoys her so much she eventually leaves. So it's like a whole thing, but it's just fun getting there.
Yeah.
I wrote a whole bunch of jokes along the way. I do this whole thing with a waitress in there. I embarrass the hell out of the girl. It was fun getting to just act like a jerk off, if that makes sense. Just like
It
to
comes
act
natural
like,
to you. It's
thank you.
like-
It was very.
yeah, it's just
This
very-
role was made for me.
No.
So I stepped right into it. She's eating steak and eggs in it, and I'm eating yogurt, just like a little bitchy bowl of yogurt. I don't know. That was just a fun thing. And
like a fun little twist. On
a
the
fun little
masculine
twist of like I'm just
feminine.
like eating with the spoon and she's like cutting into this steak. So it's again flipping the energies of like, I don't know, men eat steak, right? And girls eat yogurt, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Doing big things for the LGBT community.
Doing big things. Yeah. We got to talk about Bob Hope.
Yeah.
We will. When we
yeah.
bring Courtney on.
My God, please. We have a couple. I'm not 100% on one of the names yet, so I don't know. I don't want to say it.
Where
so,
will we be
all
able
right.
to
So
see
you have a
this?
couple of
Got a couple we're
titles.
working
All
on.
right.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
Are we premiering this?
And how long is this?
We
show?
haven't finished editing it. We haven't even started editing it. So it's just like once we filmed it and like wrapped on it, we have all the footage and everything. Kind of a whole bunch of stuff kind of happened for both of us. So we're like, you know what? Like, I'm not in a rush to put this out. It'll be out hopefully within the summer. I don't want it to be out after the summer. Like, I think we can do it over the summer. It's not going to take us too long.
Summer's rough though.
Can be.
Summer's rough for premieres and
Yeah.
for shows because
Okay.
everybody's outside.
Right, fair.
You
I'm
know?
not trying to do a huge, massive premiere, but there's a couple of festivals we have our eyes on that we're trying to submit to.
Yeah.
I love festivals.
So
Great.
yeah,
No,
I'm
best
very
of luck.
excited.
Let me
It'll
know
be
which
on
ones
my.
you submitted to.
Yeah, totally
I'd
will.
love to go to festivals.
Cool.
Especially like the ones that like you're not tripping balls on.
Right, of course. Yeah. I'm
Mom,
not,
I have
not
to
a
wake
fan.
up in the mornings.
Yeah. I mean, I would hopefully get accepted to some or something. I don't know what's
Well,
gonna
the ones
happen.
in the
but-
summer, most of their deadlines have already met.
Yeah, so I'm sure I'm missed that. Love
Speaking
that
of
song.
Yeah.
deadlines.
Speaking
Wow,
of deadlines,
deadlines.
how's that for timing?
Yeah,
My.
All right. Anyway,
Bob.
why
Hope.
don't we? Okay, Bob. Let's talk about our sponsor, and as we talk about our sponsor, Christy Miller, and her new comedy
Well, bring
album,
Courtney up.
Courtney up.
All right,
Courtney's
great.
All right.
back up.
Come on
Brutally yours, Christy Miller,
Yes, yes.
our one and only and most beautiful sponsor we've
Yes.
ever had. Christy, I love you. Best of luck. Run out and get this album. You can get it on all the different
Platforms.
platforms. Yes,
Does Amazon have it?
I believe Amazon has it.
Nice.
iTunes.
iTunes has it.
Spotify?
Spotify may have it.
YouTube? YouTube Premium?
I don't know. Why don't you go to Christy Miller's Facebook page?
Does she have a website?
She might have a website.
Do you think it's ChristyMiller.com?
It might be.
I don't know.
It might be ChristyMiller.com.
We suggest
that
you
was
take
great.
it. Yeah.
That was great.
We suggest you Google Christy Miller comedian, and you can find all of her albums there. She also did a Donversation you can watch.
Yes.
And we will have her on the show in June, and we thank her so much for being our sponsor.
Thank you so much, Christy.
And that's lovely. So we hope she's watching.
Did you ever meet Christy Miller?
I haven't.
Oh, no?
Dan, you
Yeah, I've done a few shows with her. I did a show with her, I think last month in Dumont, New Jersey.
How was
that? It was a show.
Yeah.
There was a mic and a speaker
That
and
happens.
some people, and pizza, but like
Pizza?
yeah, she did so much time. She is so funny. I saw her in the city a couple times and she's a killer. Seriously, like that special is gonna be, or that album rather.
Awesome.
sure
So
it's
we're
great.
looking forward to checking that out.
Yeah, no, she's so good.
And when she's on, definitely tune in and
Yeah.
maybe we'll say,
100%.
Dan, remember
Yeah.
Chrissy?
Right.
Here
She's
she is.
not gonna remember me, but she has.
What? You are so memorable.
Thank you.
Yes.
So Bob Hope.
Okay,
Yeah.
Bob Hope.
Why did this happen today?
I started laughing over there out of nowhere because I was thinking about it.
All right, listen.
It's gonna live in my head.
It didn't. All right. It didn't have like anything to do with Courtney's clip.
I didn't think so.
Didn't have anything to do with that. I just like when you're watching a show on television, sometimes a public service comes on,
Like spay and neuter your cats.
like spading your cats.
Why
Price is
this?
Right.
Why this one? Why this Bob Hope?
Yeah, why
clip?
this specific?
Because me, like, I'm anti-gay, right? And this changed
that's
my
why-
mind. Yeah.
Oh, it changed your mind.
I'm different now,
That's
baby.
what we're, yeah.
I
He's
remember.
eating yogurt now.
I remember,
yeah,
watching,
you kidding?
I remembered watching this in the '80s when it came out,
Right.
and I really liked it. I'm a big Bob Hope fan.
Yeah.
I think I have the greatest
So-
respect for him as a performer and
That's a
entertainer
great point. That's from the 80s.
from the '80s,
And
right?
it's still relevant today.
And it's still
Yeah.
relevant.
That is a
Okay,
great point.
and first, so I like it. And when I used to, in this same studio, I used to have Benny TV,
Mhm.
and I would show that all the time on Benny TV.
Oh.
Okay, and I may have spoken. What actually happened to Bob Hope? He was on a talk show, and he was teasing. He was being funny and he told someone that someone was wearing a tie, and he said that tie makes you look like a fag,
Oh.
and he said it to be funny.
I
As a
remember when he
joke.
said it to me. I was.
Yeah.
Dan was like, it sure
Dan,
does. Yeah.
Dan, after watching your clip, I'm like, I don't know how funny this guy's gonna
Dan's
be.
really
You're great. You're
Thank you,
great.
thank you.
Courtney
So,
also, but
yes.
Courtney's she's adorable. Look at her. She's
Yeah.
adorable.
Aw.
She's the innocent.
Thank you.
Really, she's not as innocent as she looks.
No.
No,
So,
I know. I look like
then
I'm
she's so-
16.
She's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can always tell when comedians actually think you're funny because we treat each other like trash.
Yo, big time.
Like we're just like mean to
Yes.
each other. I've been harassing Dan about having like a crappy phone for like.
I
I have a
reason.
nice
So
phone,
anyway,
man.
all right.
Anyway,
So anyway, Bob Hope
Sure you did,
said
Dan.
that as a joke to be funny.
Right.
The LGBT community got down on. They went nuts for
Ah.
what. So he decided, because then he didn't realize, the harm that it would cause. So
yeah.
so instead of offering an apology, he said, "I'm going to use my own money
I love
and
that.
make this
That's the way
Turn
to
himself
do it.
gay.
and become gay." And
So
now he's known as Barbara Hope.
Okay.
Barbara-
He went trans. Yeah.
Barbara Hope.
Okay.
Barbara Hope.
Okay.
And so you thought he died, but really,
Right. Reincarnated.
so we support the LGBT community and we support our drag queen performers as well.
Yes.
Who've
So no
been on
matter
the show?
who've been
Yeah.
on this show.
My boyfriend's gay.
Yeah. Not Dan. though. Dan's
Dan's
straight.
not,
Dan's
but-
straight. But his
Yeah, I'm the
yeah.
straight one in the,
You know-
in the homosexual.
Yeah, I had
relationship.
a friend where we used to hang out in bars and like we'd be talking to an attractive woman, and you notice I'm not looking over here. So,
Jeez.
talking to an attractive woman, and
Courtney's right here.
and
Talk
he
to
would
Courtney.
say, one of Benny's fathers is gay,
Nice,
and that
nice.
was like funny at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Now it's probably not funny,
Right.
but so Bob Hope used his own money
I love that.
and got his own crew together and made
That's
a
awesome.
very professional. If you look at that, is a
Yeah.
really great little public service.
That was in the
announcement.
80s?
And that was in the 80s. It
Cool.
said Bob Hope 1988 on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
So we know
and
that was
in the
heels
80s,
of
and
like the AIDS pandemic.
Right.
Oh,
At the
yeah.
end of the AIDS pandemic, rather.
so I remember that. And then when I did Benny TV, which was like a lot about television and film and stuff, more than what the Gagootz show is. I used to show that because I really like that. And as I said, Bob Hope is one of my heroes in comedy. And even at one time, I thought, you know, he had a lot of writers. So a lot of people would say, "Oh, Bob Hope, he's got a staff of writers," but he knows what's funny and reading them. And the only reason he got that staff of writers was because when he got the radio show and the other shows, he didn't want to do the same material. He wanted to have new material, and he knew it wasn't possible for him to be that prolific, to write new stuff every day, you know, for like 5 days a week.
Yeah.
So he had a crew. So he had people that wrote, but I'm sure Bob wrote his own stuff too, and did a lot of ad-libbing.
Yeah, it's hard to write every day. Like, I don't know how the SNL cast does it. Like Colin Jost, I know you said in another show you had a dream about him.
I still think he's like mad at me. He has no idea who I am. But like if I ever saw him, I would be so upset. I would just be like, please. But yeah, the SNL host, it's so hard to be current, especially as a stand-up comedian, because sometimes I have some jokes and I'm like, this really smacks.
Yeah.
And this is current. It's a great joke for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I had one when Biden fell off the bike. I had when I was doing for like a good month and a half, and it was doing really well because it was still everyone's face. There's memes about it. It's keeping it fresh.
Then all of a sudden you get.
And then I did it once, and they were like, "Bro, we don't care about the bike anymore." I'm like, "All right, fine."
Yeah, that's the bad thing about current events.
Yeah. It'll come up again
unless you can find a way to take that current event joke and change it where it's a cousin, a relative, or something.
Right.
You know, even then it can turn hack pretty quick.
Very quick.
Yeah.
Very
so
quick. I already felt weird doing like a political joke. I don't do any politics in my set at all. So like even just hearing myself say Joe Biden and bringing it up, it just felt weird. You know, it's just like
and like you said, the audience, a lot of times the comedy audience is just out to forget about it.
Yeah, they don't want to hear about it.
We don't want to know about what's going on in the world. We just want to laugh.
Yeah. I did a show 3 days after the Chris Rock.
Oh,
The old slap. And I remember the person I was doing the show with, the guy was like, sent a whole message. He's like, no one say any jokes about it. Don't even mention it. I'm like, it's all people are thinking about. And I was hosting, and I was like, I want to say something, like mention it. It's people going to a comedy show. It's a stand-up comedian doing jokes. It's all anyone's talking about. So I was like, I want to say something. He's like, don't say anything. So I was like, I said a few jokes about it, and like, it was funny. I feel like people got like the box checked of like, all right, we got to kind of hear about the slap, and then never mentioned it again.
Yeah,
people were happy.
I was at that show, and like the jokes did well. So as long
you.
as they're clever with them,
that's it.
works.
You have to be
like,
clever. I have a Will Smith joke that I can always use, but because it fell in my lap. The joke is, someone reminded me recently that Will Smith and I have the same birthday, and he told me that's why I'm an asshole too. So I can always use that because we really do have the same birthday.
Okay. Yeah.
You know?
Is that
God, I love Will
September
Smith,
25th.
You what?
I love Will Smith.
Yeah, he's great.
Getting
Barbara
jiggy
Walters
with
had
it.
the
You know,
same
getting jiggy
birthday.
with it.
I've heard of it.
Will Smith?
You've
And you?
heard. You don't know
Will
it.
Smith
Oh
and
my
me.
God. I love you, Courtney.
And then Will Smith slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I'm from a different generation.
You are. I love it. And don't let these boomer boom bots make you feel any type of way.
No, I don't.
Hey, all right.
I performed for high schoolers the other
And what are
day.
you? A Gen
Broadway?
You're a Gen.
Yeah.
How was
I'm a
it?
millennial.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
They understood
You
all
found
the
your audience.
references.
Hey, don't listen to these Gen-lennials.
I'm Gen millennials. But no, I'm right at the end of the millennial curve. So like,
Oh, really?
our whole life we've been hearing from boomers like, pick yourself up by your bootstraps. It's like I'm wearing clogs. like, I don't know what you want me to do.
Hand me that unicorn, please.
Yes, please. For you. Oh God, I'm not gonna like it. What?
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh,
Happy Mother's Day.
You're so sweet.
It repeats what you say?
Yeah. You just gotta.
I'm going to get this unicoron canceled.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
speaking of Mother's Day, what
I
are
don't
you
know
in?
what to
You're
say.
very close with your mom, right?
Yeah.
Look at-
This is freaky, man.
Do you want to try
I don't want to touch that, to be honest.
That looked like it had a little too much fun with you.
A little too.
it? Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna.
I think it's
Yeah.
like popping my
Very
hand.
close to my
So-
mouth.
Hey!
It's nice.
It's on
That's
a
the
tiny.
third unicorn.
What?
Is it still working? Oh, thank God. He was going to be so mad if I broke it.
No. I have more toys. They, new guests. So those of you watching, I want to thank you for watching our show because we don't show.
I don't know how to shut it off. Hold on. We're not done yet.
You're not done yet? We're not done yet.
No, with the show. Oh my God.
No, but I'm thanking everyone for watching because some like podcasts, they say, "Oh, I want to give a shout out to this one and that one." We don't have the time. Jen and I we're lucky that we even give our guests a little.
We sometimes
time.
just ramble.
Sometimes the guests can't get a word in edgewise.
It's off. It should be safe.
It's off. Oh, it's like shout out to Bob Hope.
Yeah, shout out to Bob
big
Hope.
shout out.
Oh my God.
Now that Benny found someone who
What's
likes
with all
his
these
toys.
gadgets?
Benny is the gadget man.
I'm not crazy into that, to be honest. I'm not crazy about the talking brain.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors?
Yeah, Benny's a sci-fi machinist.
It moves. Oh, it moves.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm glad it does that.
I saw the movie Gremlins when I was 11 years old. I couldn't open a cabinet for 8 weeks.
Oh, really?
In my house, I was like, that shit's gonna jump in my face. My sister made me watch it.
Oh,
I was
wow.
literally 11 years old. I was terrified. The movie is so scary.
Gremlins?
Oh my God, watch it.
Hilarious.
It's not for kids, though. Yeah,
I was too young.
I'm a millennial, so like we were super young.
How
like,
old were you?
I was 11 when I watched it. I was 11. Like
I'll
I don't
say
know.
it again. My favorite movie at 5 were RoboCop and Aliens.
Aliens.
Wow.
Yes.
Which aliens?
Plural aliens.
Oh, really?
With
At
the Marines.
5?
With the Marines.
Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
Yeah. There's actually like a home video of like me and my bassinet and my brother watching Aliens.
Yeah.
And my mom's like sitting like behind us, just like folding laundry.
Wow.
That was how it was. And
You're,
that's
like,
how it is.
desensitized.
Oh, yeah. No, there's something wrong with me. I watched Clockwork Orange. Didn't bother me at all.
Did you like breastfeed to The Shining or something? Like I feel like you like I don't know.
I wish,
As
man.
a kid,
No,
that's terrifying.
it's so funny though, because my daughter, like, I don't like put her around any of that stuff. My house right now is all kid stuff.
Yeah.
And like this,
Yep.
and the only time I go out and do adult things is like this podcast, my
Right.
comedy, which is why I
Okay.
got into
Yeah.
comedy to do
Nice.
something for me.
She's talking about adult things with a unicorn in her hand.
I could you can put that thing to use to be an adult. I don't
But
know.
ew, can't even wash this.
You can throw it in the wash.
Dan doesn't know anything about anything.
My bad.
I'm just kidding. So, Courtney, what do you plan on doing with your mom for Mother's Day?
I think we're going out to dinner with my mom, my aunt, and my grandma. I have a small family, so it's kind of like just
That's a lot of generations for a small family. That's awesome.
That's very nice. That's cool.
God damn it, Dan.
No, we're good.
Since Dan has gotten in the studio, he has picked up a guitar that wasn't his. He messed around with this. Like, I can't stop him from tinkering.
He took the chicken. That was the first thing.
I can't stop
And he
him from
squeezed the
tinkering.
chicken.
Yeah.
He choked his chicken.
I choked the chicken
He
in the
choked the
bathroom
chicken when
yeah.
he came in.
Oh boy.
Oh
Oh boy.
Mother's
poor,
Day.
Poor Courtney.
Yeah.
It's just like my goodness.
No,
I'm
Courtney's got
loving
some
it.
got
She's
some
used
grit
to
to
it.
her. I'll
She
say I've
does.
seen it.
She hangs with the
Yeah.
big dogs.
Speaking
I've
of
seen it.
movies, like I watched Sausage Party and I became vegan.
It was a great movie. It was so cute.
No, but like they
What?
had
Sausage
Party.
hot dogs with
Cute?
faces.
Wait, no, I'm thinking of a different.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of
Oh.
a cartoon movie that.
Well, this is
Yeah,
a cartoon movie, but
It's
it's
a cartoon.
an animated
Disney.
movie where
it's
the
not Disney. It's
hot dogs.
It's
talk.
with It's with the same people that did This Is the End.
yes,
Like
something
Kitty
cute
Power.
about that movie. There's a food orgy at the end.
Yeah,
of it.
that's great.
Yeah.
And
It's not like
Salma Hayek is a horny taco.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
it is such. I thought it was a cute movie. It
Okay.
was
And that made you a vegan?
It's it. And I rented that movie with my friend, and we had it for 48 hours. So then I told my 8-year-old brother, "Hey, you want to watch this cartoon movie?" And he watched it with my
Are
mom.
you sick?
He won't know any better. It's just a bunch of food.
yeah.
Cartoons.
They're
It's just cartoon foods.
yeah. Wow.
And what'd your mom say after?
I got in trouble.
yeah. You went to watch the whole thing?
So you went vegan because
Yeah, they watched.
you thought that food has feelings and can talk?
Well, I was just creeped out by the sausages with faces.
How
Now-
about the toilet paper?
Yeah, because they also had
I
vegetables.
love when the toilet paper goes, what do you do to you? You don't want to know.
Oh,
Benny
yeah.
is a filthy man.
Yeah.
I love it.
I
I'm
don't
an
have a
old
comment
man.
for that
Yeah.
one.
I can't walk past the bathroom without having to go.
yeah.
I can't, really, seriously. That's why you haven't seen me near the, if I go near the bathroom, I'd be in there
Wow.
peeing right now.
He mixes
Really?
Maloxin with his edibles.
What?
You mix Maloxin with your edibles to keep
No.
you regular.
It's my invention. I didn't want Jen to let people.
I'm sorry.
I'm getting the patent on it.
Yes.
But having edibles with a laxative.
Wow.
Stool softener
Oh.
laxative. I'm calling it Buzzalax.
Make them like
I'll take your whole stock.
fennel edibles.
What?
Fennel?
Fennel, like the herb.
Yeah.
Yeah, fennel edibles.
And will
Does
they
fennel
help
make
me?
you
Will they keep
Kind
me
of.
regular?
It, like yeah, like it helps you digest everything. So it's kind of laxative.
When you take my edibles, you will know what it means when I got some really good shit.
Do you make edibles?
Yeah.
Do you sell them?
I will soon.
Yeah. Just
Wow.
don't internet. Don't tell anyone about
Save
this
my money.
idea. It
Right.
is a huge idea.
And look at
But we've
this.
had it for a
Oh,
while.
you edibles with laxative? They want to buy it.
You got
I
two
know.
customers, right? Are
Yeah.
you kidding?
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
I'll eat
because
it on
she's
the
a
toilet.
vegan. She's not eating any meat. So, but it's all roughage. Most of the food, right?
It's what?
It's roughage. Like
Roughage.
vegetables.
She doesn't know
Oh
what
yeah, oh
roughage is.
yeah.
See, when
she
I was,
she doesn't go to that kind of college.
Oh gosh.
what kind of college is that? The ones that teach words?
Food.
Oh,
I go to performing arts school, so it's kind of
Yes.
like that show. Do you guys know the show Victorious?
Love it.
No, I don't know.
No,
it.
see, you guys don't know stuff from like our generation.
You're right.
Yeah.
But it's a show.
But it's more
and
embarrassing if you don't know Bob Hope and all
Oh
these
yeah.
people.
Well, I know Bob Hope.
I'm not
I just didn't
embarrassed
know
at
the
all.
Bill
I'm
Yeah.
Cosby guy.
fucking ignorant.
No, I get it from people all the time. They're like, "Oh, you're young. You're not going to know who Andrew Dice Clay is or something." I'm like, "Okay, please."
When
I
people
know
say
that.
that,
No,
just be like, that's all
Andrew
you
Dice
got,
Clay
man.
you seem
Yeah.
to know, but there are other comedians that a lot of you don't.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to an open mic and mentioning Lenny Bruce,
Oh, cool.
and no one knew who Lenny Bruce was.
Yeah.
I was like,
Like Dan doesn't know.
I know Lenny Bruce.
He
I
knows.
took a history of comedy class.
Did
Try me, man.
you?
Buster Keaton, Marx Brothers. I'll talk all day.
Oh, great.
He loves Groucho
wow.
Marx.
Groucho's the top.
Loves
top.
him.
yeah,
Chaplin stuff.
I have a
too.
big Marx Brothers collection.
Yeah.
I'm just like a
Black
history
and, but you
fan.
see, I remember like her generation or the generation before didn't like black and white.
Yeah.
They didn't
It's
like
hard to
watching
watch.
black
It
and
is
Wow.
white.
hard to watch.
It's not my first go-to, but like
Yeah.
it's fun to watch the history of stand-up and comedy.
Okay,
and all
but
stuff
black and
like-
white, you have trouble watching black and white?
Yeah, I feel like it's like I don't know. I can be more focused if I watch a video with good quality. I
Yes,
don't know what
quality,
it
it
not
is.
the
It's not,
colors,
it's not
it's the
about
quality.
that.
It's,
Yeah.
it's the quality.
If the quality's shaky or
Yeah,
it's
the
grainy,
pixelated stuff. Like
my eyes are just
yeah.
like, go somewhere else.
There is some
Yeah.
black
Yeah,
and white.
it
Like,
hurts to watch.
Yeah.
Sometimes the audio too on older stuff is
crackly.
hard. Yeah,
yeah, but
It's
there's
hard to
some
hear.
movies like a Betty Davis film
Mhm.
is
I've
a
seen it.
great quality.
Well,
And
sometimes
do you know
also
Betty Davis?
they
is?
do
Yeah, no, I
Technicolor,
know Betty
too.
Davis.
A lot of
Okay.
these movies
What
have been
movie?
changed.
What movie do you know?
I don't know what movie she's been in, but I swear I know her. And like we had in 5th grade, we had a day where we dressed up as a historical figure, and my friend was Betty Davis, so that's how I know
okay.
her.
Nice.
Like,
Whatever Happened to Baby Jane is a very
I
famous.
love that movie.
But Betty Davis was very beautiful when she was young,
Yeah.
and she knew how to reinvent herself. And she got all. It was like she never went out of style.
Mm.
That's true.
I went to see Betty Davis's last film, and
That's
she was
cool.
like very old and a horror film.
Well, even as
Huh.
females, you really have to know how to reinvent yourself. They always talk about Susan Sarandon, how she was in a movie where she played Tom Hanks' love interest, and then in Forrest Gump, she was his mom.
Oh
No,
yeah.
that's Sally
later on.
Fields.
Sally
oh
Fields,
yeah,
Sally
for,
Fields,
yeah, for
yeah.
Yeah.
acting.
Susan,
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Susan Sarandon, she's great. Rocky Horror Picture Show. I mean, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place.
I actually never saw that though.
What?
Rocky Horror.
We're going. This
Yeah,
October,
good.
they do it at the Itch
It
in
was
You
Belmont.
do right? Yeah.
It was a
I always
live.
do
Yeah,
it.
you
I do
really
it for
had
my
to.
birthday. You'll come.
You had to
Oh,
be there
cool.
live
Let me know. That's
All
cool.
my friends go.
for Rocky Horror.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've heard
yeah.
so much about it. A
shadow
couple of my
casts, yeah.
friends. A couple of my friends.
You guys
like,
have never
love
seen,
it.
both of you have never seen Rocky Horror?
Never
No,
watched
I've
it.
never even seen Rocky.
That's a totally different movie.
That's like Bing, that's like Bing Crosby and Bing Crosby and Bill Cosby.
I haven't. And, like,
Rocky
hope
Horror
I-
Picture Show isn't the sequel to Rocky. It's not the same story.
It is now in my
It
life.
is, yes, yeah. It's
I hope that
Balboa.
my professor
Oh.
doesn't watch this because we were supposed to watch it for like a project, and I just like looked up the summary.
You got
Of
it.
Well, what are you talking?
Yeah.
Rocky or Rocky?
No,
Horror?
Rocky.
It's a real underdog story,
Yes.
period.
We had to
Yeah.
watch Rocky and Karate Kid.
Next,
Did you
just-
watch Karate Kid?
You didn't
Wow,
watch
man.
Karate Kid?
You have
I
to
know.
watch it.
Bro,
You have
sweep
to
the
watch
leg.
That's the
I was freaked
easiest
out.
assignment in college ever. You had to watch a movie. You're like, I'll research instead. I
Yeah.
hate reading.
And
What's
the,
your-
the funny thing is, I do read books. Like if I'm assigned a book, I'll read it, but a movie, I'll like look up the summary.
You're like a reverse nerd. No, a straight nerd, actually.
No, she's
yeah,
actually-
no,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's
No,
right.
but a great nerd would do both.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna cheat. I'm gonna you know.
I'm gonna read the book first, and then
The book's always better than the movie.
I hate those people.
There's
No, I'm not one of
sometimes-
those people.
sometimes not always.
Memoirs of a
sometimes.
Geisha. I was super looking forward to the movie because I love the book, and then they
Yeah.
cut out my favorite characters.
Sometimes adaptations are
What
not
was
good.
that?
Memoirs of a
Yeah.
Geisha. It's like one of my favorite books. And
Oh,
they cut it
yeah?
out. And then there was
Geisha.
another one.
Bob Hope likes that.
White Oleander was another one. Yeah. Bob Hope likes it.
Bob Hope.
The
Geisha.
geishas.
Sorry,
I get it.
That was stupid.
Yeah.
You know what?
Puns are fun.
I watched this movie first and then read the book, and I actually like the book more. The Help. So
Oh yeah.
The Help, yeah, with Emma Stone, the whole.
Oh, I've
thing.
seen clips of it on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Very
where,
good
like,
movie.
They make you eat poop
Oh,
pie.
and the poop pie, yeah.
Yeah,
I have the
poop pie.
recipe if you want. Really good. And then
Apparently, it was really good. That white woman was like,
she
"This is
gobbled it up. Are you kidding?
delicious."
Yeah. And then I was in Costco with my mom. I was like 14. I had a horrible attention span. I
Did
couldn't.
ya?
Yeah, big time. That's why I grabbed 9 different instruments when I pulled in. I was like, "Ooh," you know? But like, I saw this book and it was like a 400-page book. I just opened it. I was like 13 years old, 14. I just couldn't put it down. I read the entire thing in like a few days. And I hate reading. And I was like, this book's actually good. Like,
Shit,
Oh, wow.
shit pie got you right in.
shit pie got me. And they really developed that scene in
Yeah.
the book too. Which
Well,
I
where's
There's
just
some
like.
books and movies where it's hard to tell what, like The Godfather.
That's
The
a book?
Godfather is a great book.
I didn't know that was.
I didn't know
But
that was
the
a book.
movie-
How big a book is The Godfather? Is
Oh
it
my
like the
God.
Bible?
Yep.
Like just-
it's pretty
it's like a
thick.
dictionary.
Yeah.
It's not as thick as Dune. I would say Dune.
Oh, the Dune
is-
books are crazy.
Dune books are
Wow.
out of this
And
world.
Harry Potter books are huge too.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never read those.
Not a Harry Potter fan.
Did you read
Yeah.
those?
No, I saw like a few of the movies. I didn't read the books though.
I'm gonna wait now until my daughter, if she gets into it, then I'll like read them first with her.
The
So that
Harry
way we're
Potter,
both, like,
Oh,
Betty
that's so
Davis. Betty
cute.
Davis
You
wrote
know?
those. The Harry
A very good
Oh my
callback.
God.
I like
Thank
that.
I told you they're good. They're
Potter.
good.
Yeah.
They're definitely up and coming guys.
Up and coming. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for.
Yeah.
Where can we see you coming up? Where can I go and see you? How can I get tickets? Tell me.
Yeah, so there's one show that I'm pushing a lot that I'm actually producing and hosting. It's at the Triad Theater. It's in the city. It's this little off-Broadway theater. It's like 120 seats.
Wow.
It's me, my buddy Christian John. He's a comic, very funny. Check him out. Carrie Karavis
She's
is
always
featuring,
very funny.
and Joe List
Oh,
is
okay.
actually headlining it. And
Oh, great show.
yeah, I'm stoked,
great
man.
When?
May 25th, the Thursday night, 9:30. Doors at 9.
How
Tickets are on the website, triadnewyorkcity.com, I think. That show's gonna be awesome. I have a couple other things, but like that's like the big one I'm really trying to push. So it's
Excellent.
great.
And how can we find out more about your shows? Do you have social media?
Yeah, Dan LaRocco Comedy on Instagram. Don't look for any other social medias. I'm not on like LinkedIn or Pinterest or anything. I don't really, that's not Tumblr if you want to. But
Awesome. And our beautiful Courtney, our beautiful and talented Courtney. Let's actually talented. I should start with talented, and beautiful is
Thank
a
you.
secondary. Where can we find you? Where can I see you?
So I'm working on an acting project this week out of state. So my next show is not until May 26th. It's at the Giggle Room at Governor's. So
Oh, great.
yeah, Dan's actually on the show too.
Terry's show, right?
And Terry McNeely's
Yes.
producing.
So you
Oh,
can get
it's
tickets for that at govs.com. And then you just have to scroll down and look for the 26th.
Uh-huh.
And that's with Terry McNeely, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
and I actually have the
And-
link in my bio and everything on Facebook and Instagram. All Courtney Otera. I don't have any weird, wacky names. Just yeah.
Excellent.
And Jen Millennial has a big show this
This Friday.
this Friday night.
Yep, this Friday
So-
at Master Grill in Massapequa. It'll be headlined by Greg Criticos, Andrew
Plaganos.
Plaganos will be there. Mario Bosco will be
Mario
there.
Love him.
is so cool. He's so
Yes.
funny.
Definitely cool. And we're out of time.
And we're out of
Wow.
time.
And we're out of time. We'll see you
Very-
guys again in 2 weeks.
So long.
Thank
you
you.
for
Yes.
watching.
Thank
Thank
you.
you guys for coming on the
Guys.
show.
Thank you.
And see you in 2 weeks
Yes.
on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
Wait, did that
We're
just
still
go?
going?
Wait.
No, we're off, I think.
Still going.
Oh, we're
Still
still
going.
going.
We're still going.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's
Happy
Day.
Teacher Appreciation Week. Happy Nurses Week. Wrap us up, Bobby.